What if your birth chart could reveal exactly what kind of work you're here to do? Not just for money, but for meaning. What if the blueprint for your soul's vocation has been encoded in the sky since the moment you were born? Astrology isn't just about personality traits. It's a mirror for your inner potential, timing, and calling. Curious? Stick around to find out more. Hi, my name is Jose de Castro, and I'm a psycho-spiritual coach who guides spiritual entrepreneurs through deep inner transformation so that they can live and lead in alignment with their divine self. Today, I want to share a bit about a very uncertain chapter of my life, a time when I needed a message or a sign to make sense of what was happening. This was a period filled with fear, uncertainty, and doubt for me. Here's the backstory. I was a public school teacher for 18 years with one of the best pension and benefit plans available, and I was actually making a six-figure salary. Fast forward to 2020 when the whole COVID episode hit, along with the widespread draconian demands to get that vaccine or basically lose your livelihood. Now, I don't know where you stand on all of this, but I had already developed a habit of critical thinking around the foods and the medications that I put into my body and those of my family members. And my intuition was screaming that something was terribly off. Basically, I was left with a choice: go along with the coercion to keep my job, or go with my inner compass and walk away. I chose the latter. Now, whether you agree with me or not, the point here is that in order to stay true to my morality, beliefs, and my integrity, I had to leave my comfort zone. I had to leave my source of income and my feelings of stability. The hardest part is that I didn't have another career lined up. One thing I did swear at the time, though, was that I would never again be so vulnerable. I vowed to become my own boss so that no one could ever pull the rug from out under my feet ever again. This was one of the scariest times of my life. Honestly, not only did I have to leave my job, but so did my wife, and we had a toddler, a newborn baby, and we had a mortgage to pay. What followed for me was a period of trying different entrepreneurial paths while continuing to follow my inner compass all the way. Eventually, I was actually led quite synchronistically to life coach training, one that blended Eastern spirituality with philosophy and Jungian psychology and shadow work, and I had found my calling. But here was the problem. Results were extremely slow. Although I felt really deeply fulfilled by my new career as a spiritual entrepreneur and a psycho-spiritual life coach, the outer results weren't catching up fast enough to satisfy my ego's need for stability and certainty. This really presented me with a paradox of holding on to faith even when it didn't feel validated externally. And all of that while dealing with a higher financial outflow than income. During that low point, I became friends with a fellow colleague from my life coach training program who happened to be an astrologer who offered to read my birth chart. Up till that point, I had felt really ambivalent about astrology. I didn't have much of an opinion, mostly because I never really experienced it in any sort of meaningful depth. So like many people, I had only come across one-size-fits-all horoscopes that never really resonated at all. So I dismissed astrology as superficial personality fluff. But what I came to actually learn from this reading really blew my mind. What most people think of as their sign is merely the position of the sun at their birth. There is so much more depth and precision to astrology than I had ever imagined. And that reading describes so many of my personality traits and tendencies with such accuracy that I really just couldn't ignore it any further, and I had to dig deeper. Since then, I have become simply obsessed. I study astrology every single day, and it continually reveals new insights and reminds me just how much self-knowledge can be derived from the birth chart and astrological techniques. Now it makes perfect sense to me why ancient civilizations went to such great lengths to construct monolithic structures aligned precisely to the movement of the heavenly bodies, to mark cosmic time and to gain divine insight. I've come to see how our society really trivializes what's truly meaningful and promotes distractions that keep us mentally enslaved. Astrology is not fluff. It's a deep wellspring of archetypal wisdom that can guide us toward self-knowledge and self-actualization. So back to my career crisis, my fear, my doubt. With my new appreciation for astrology, I naturally decided to apply it to my career path. I wanted to know if there was anything in my birth chart that could explain what I was going through. I wanted to know if astrology could reveal why I was facing these challenges. What I found changed everything for me. My birth chart revealed that not only was I now in the exact line of work that was aligned with my soul's purpose, but that if I hadn't walked away from my job due to the COVID mandates, and had I stayed in that comfort zone to maintain the illusion of stability, I would have actually missed the universe's invitation to grow by stepping into my soul's intended potential. I also saw clearly that entrepreneurship and not employment was the path of my optimal growth, even though it would be challenging. In other words, astrology gave me profound validation, not a solution to my problems, but the deeper meaning behind them. It showed me that my struggles weren't just random missteps, but essential stepping stones on the path of my evolution. Hey friend, if you're finding value in this video, please hit the like button. It only takes a second, but it goes a long way to support the channel and show appreciation for the effort that goes into making these videos. Let's get back to it. As a psycho-spiritual life coach who supports spiritual entrepreneurs, astrology has become one of the most precise and illuminating tools that I use. And that's why I now offer my career blueprint reading. This astrological reading is for everyone who, like me, has either left a long-term career for something more aligned or is considering it. If you're feeling unsure about your next steps or you're facing mysterious blocks on your entrepreneurial journey, this reading is for you. And here's what you'll gain from a career blueprint reading. Number one, clarity around your ideal career path based on your unique energetic constitution. Number two, awareness of the inner and outer challenges that you might be navigating right now. Number three, insight into the gifts, talents, and natural tendencies that can help you move forward. Number four, guidance on the daily rhythms, habits, and environments that allow you to thrive. Number five, perspective on the larger life themes currently shaping your career direction. It's worth mentioning here that what I mean by career isn't just a job or a way to make money. In the context of this reading, it's about your vocation. So your public purpose, the meaningful contribution that you're here to make, the way that your life wants to take shape in the world. So it's less about titles and roles and more about alignment with your deeper sense of calling. It's also important to know that everyone undergoes key astrological transits during midlife that can shake things up. These transitions are like rites of passage that often bring confusion and disruption to outer results. So my readings help you to make sense of these cycles, and I speak from experience. I've walked this path too. Perhaps the greatest gift of this reading is that it removes the guesswork around whether you're on the right path. My clients have told me how relieving it is to hear that their struggles aren't wrong turns, but necessary initiations in service of their spiritual evolution. That peace of mind is priceless. Looking back, I can now see that the strong inner prompting that I had, the one that told me to leave my job even without a backup plan, wasn't just an emotional whim. It was my deeper self speaking. And astrology didn't just explain that, it really confirmed it. That validation is what has helped me to stay the course even when the outer world wasn't giving me any signs of success. It reminded me that my path wasn't meant to be easy, it was meant to be evolutionary. So, if you're currently experiencing career confusion, If you feel a calling in your gut and heart but are facing inner resistance, or if you've already taken that leap into entrepreneurship but feel stuck, this reading is for you. So if you're ready to get clarity, click that link in the description to book a free 15-minute discovery call. I'll answer all of your questions and help you to get started. Remember, if you feel stuck, there's a reason. Let's uncover what it is. Thanks again, my friend, for your time and attention. Check out this next video here. Here's a playlist for you. And don't forget to subscribe for more soul-aligned content. I'll see you in the next video.